now to start to drop the mileage, and also we've got some more specific sessions coming in.
I actually feel like I might puke.
They want the harder work as I've done at this elevation.
The boys delivered, and then the girls gave the encore. That was fantastic. Hey Charlie,
Morning, sir.
how are we doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
All very well, much better today, thank you. This guy's just coming round on their primer. That's perfect, guys. Nice work. Yeah, so here we are at the track, Saturday morning style.
What have we got going on today?
So today we have a number of sessions going on today. We have the boys who are starting out today. They've got 3 sets of mile 4.4s, which I believe you're going to help out with some pacing on the last set. And then we've got the girls coming up at 10:30 to warm up for their session. Bonjour. And they will be doing basically a lot of 400s, bookended by a mile at tempo. So yeah, we've got some good sessions going on today, and more importantly this afternoon, Callum's racing. So we'll have a bit of a viewing for that this afternoon, so very excited. Nice guys.
How are you feeling, Scott?
Not too bad. I think this will be a good test this morning. It's actually pretty one of the harder work as I've done, hardest on paper at this elevation. Like when we've been flagged, we've always like dropped down to like lower for sort of any sort of specific or VO2 work, and when we've been here, it's not really been the time of year to do anything too hard, but yeah, it should be good. See where we're at.
Let's break it down. Those of you that follow the channel know that we've been had a camp in Flagstaff, which was a big aerobic block, but it was just a big chunk of work. We had 3 weeks then down at sea level, so it was quite nice to freshen yourself up, and which you need when you've been at altitude for a number of weeks. And then we've come back to Font, and as everyone knows, in the first kind of 5-6 days in Font, we have to be sensible. But now we're starting to start to drop the mileage in the week as we lead into EFAM, and also we've got some more specific sessions coming in. So we're introducing that stimulus now within that one session within the week, so that it's there, but we're not doing too much, because obviously when we come back we've got to race at EFAM, and we've got quite a busy season ahead when the mileage will drop but the quality will lift, and that's when we get ourselves ready for the championships, and hopefully some championships thereafter with the Europeans and the Commonwealths.
It's not a bad time, Scott.
Nah, anytime's good. It's nice to just like feel like I'm back in like a sort of rhythm of training, and Saturday was solid and like was running fairly quick off like kind of short recovery, and I might do a 1500 when I get home. Ideally just make the most of this week up here, and then like half of next week as well. And like just run the 15 as a bit of like a blowout, more than anything, I think. But yeah, the plan's to hopefully do a 5k at the start of June, and then that's about 2.5 weeks before British Champs. So yeah.
First set down, Andy.
First set done. It's all about the second set, keeping a lid on it. Yeah, I'll have a chat before we start this set. So I want it nice and steady, nothing stupid, okay?
Everything getting harder to find. Everybody jumping out of their mind. Everybody going out of their skin. See, we get to the end, but that's where we begin. You feel it? Mannequins and we breaking the mold. Breaking out and we breaking the codes. Similar to the jack who stole to the depths in your wet, so you take explosive, get it out. Send your body to flight. Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride. All you studs and your duds and your ladies is fly. Grip the moment like you're gripping the earth. Feel a weight and you're feeling the girth. Now you get it, now you're feeling your worth. Fitness how you used to make when everything used to hurt. It goes. No time to rest. Just do your
No, yeah, jog it slow, jog it slow. Yeah, it's good. So, take your time. When you come back, I'll see how you are. So I want the last set. How are we doing?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, really good. We're at that point in the session where they all know they have worked. But the key part for me now is to finish the session. Let's get the reps right. So it's good.
Everybody jumping out of their mind. Everybody going out of their skins. Everybody jumping out of their mind. Everybody going out of their skins.
That was good. Yeah, I was happy. The last 2 fours of each set were hard. For the second last set, I took and popped a bit, and then for the last rep, I was like, oh, I've ran slow there, but I still ended up running 58. Dara just pulled away from me. We had to go around a big group, the last 150, but I think I've really not done anything hard for like 3 weeks. Pretty more since I think even the week before I came out here, like the week before I came to Font, I had 2 double T's and a progression run and some strides for my week, and then so that's a week, and then yeah, so it's been like 4 weeks of obviously getting sick. I missed a couple of harder workouts that the guys have done. So for my first one, anything more difficult than threshold, I'm really happy with that. No, happy, good. We're not dead yet.
Yeah, first session done. On to part 2 in the morning. We've got our girl group this morning, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, it's really nice. We've got a nice mixed group, but we've got the girls working together. Myself and Thomas are working together. Thomas, come here, quick, come on in. Right, so.
Hi man. What are you doing, guys?
Bonjour.
Right, so this is
Bonjour.
Thomas. Today we have coaches working together, and Thomas, talk them through the session that we've agreed today.
Yeah, we start with a mild tempo. This is pretty usual now, but it's something we like. And then we are doing a set of 12 times 400, around 72, 71 maybe. And then we have a little rest of 3 minutes, coach.
Yeah,
3 or 4 minutes.
3 minutes.
3
yes.
minutes. And then another set faster of 6 times 400, around 68, 69, I think. We'll see if the girls are feeling right, feeling good, because we are up here at 1800 meters high. So we have some time to adapt the session.
And you know, the good part of this is that we have a playlist.
Yeah, right. I really enjoy to work out with music. I'm on the bike, I put some music on, depending of who is running, you know, because I have to adapt about all the music taste of the athletes.
Nice. You can tell me what song to put on the video as well.
Nice, all right.
Whatever song goes
I
first.
enjoy that.
Now we're back in font. It's a bit lower in altitude, so you can run a bit faster, do a bit harder sessions, I think. And just having had the base in font, now I feel like we can really get to work a bit more with more, I guess, race pace sessions and things like that. Still doing quite a lot of volume. I think I did 75 miles last week, which was my highest ever, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, we're just adding a bit more intensity now, and then we've got a 5k race in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Got a taste of international experience at World Cross, so I really want that to happen again. So yeah, I guess main 3 goals would be to try and make 3 teams, Commonwealth Games, Europeans, and then World Roads at the end of the season. Hope to get some PBs along the way. I feel like my 3k PB is not representative of how fast I can go, and also want to focus on the 1500. I feel like I'm doing more 1500 type sessions than I have in the past, so I'm excited about trying to knock a few seconds off there, hopefully.
Happiness hit her like a train on a track. Coming towards her, stuck still, no turning back. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your lonely behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dark days are over, the dark days are done. Can you hear the voices? We are
That was good. Perfect. Right.
I actually feel like I might puke.
What a morning. The boys delivered and then the girls gave the encore. That was fantastic. Really good session today. Working with others, working with other athletes, working with other coaches, getting the work done for the summer. This is what Font is all about.
Andy, back from the session. What are we sat on the sofa, sat down, ready to watch?
Well, we are here watching the Belfast Classic, awaiting Callum's performance in the International 1500. So some would say this is a perfect filler in the day.
Now then, viewers, welcome to Belfast. I'm alone, as you can see, in a very nice hotel. I thought, in interest of keeping you up to date with what I'm doing, as per request from Charlie, I'm going to try and bring you along with this race weekend. Arrived in Dublin. This is evening. Spoiler alert, I've not filmed anything to this point. Went to the track and did my pre-meet. If you're wondering, this is quite a luxurious setting. Some races offer you travel, so they'll pay for your travel. Some offer you accommodation in like what's known as the race hotel. Some offer you one or the other, both. Sometimes you get nothing. In this case, I was left to book it myself. So I've got a hotel pretty close to the track just to make things easy on race day. But it does mean I have the room to myself, which is nice. Just grabbed some dinner downstairs, took a few clips of that. It was a very lonely, one AirPod in situation, watching the weigh-in of the Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois fight, which you will know the outcome of now. So shout out to whoever won. Would not want to get hit in the face by them. Yeah, bit of pasta, bit of a salad, little brownie dessert because I don't have any snacks. Speaking of snacks, let me show you what I've brought with me on this race weekend. All right, this is what we're dealing with. Stuff ready for tomorrow, stuff that's dirty from being worn today. Bedroom, you've all seen a bedroom. Here's more interesting stuff, little journal to write some things down, thoughts about the race. Got my Nomeo, one for tonight, one for before the race. Sunglasses, don't think I'll need them. Got my bicarb, protein shake straight for afterwards. These are quite handy in a travel pack. Got some energy chews in there in case I need something to snack on. Electrolytes, because you know you need them. And for my bad back, some Nurofen, can't go wrong. Not sponsored. Won't be wearing my heart rate monitor. Eye mask, maybe, but got some pretty good blackout blinds. And yeah, that's all. So what is the plan for tomorrow? The plan for tomorrow is just to get on it and race, basically, which is a terrible answer for anyone who wanted anything specific. But it's first race of the season, first 1500, but first sort of track race at all. Last year I opened with a 5 and an 8 before I did a 15. This year a little bit different. And my mentality is kind of to approach it a bit like I did the indoor races, where I just took it a lap at a time, in the sense that I just committed to the first lap, commit to the second lap, and just keep committing and staying on the pace until essentially my body rejects it, basically. So that could be a situation where I fight my way towards the front and take it on and just do that. If there's other people that do that, then brilliant, I can sit in there and see what happens. But yeah, it's really important for my development through the season that I make every race count. Some races are good for a sit and kick race. Some are good to, you know, have a wind up. Some are good just to commit straight from the start. So yeah, we'll see what it's like. No pressure on time, no pressure on placement. It's a decent field, which is good. It's a big field, which can be problematic, but touch wood will be fine. And yeah, looking forward to it. Doing things a little bit different this summer. Finally, you've seen this. This is the vest that you know and love. Bang! Speed suit. Get a 0.5 that. How about that? What are we saying? Should I race in that? I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a go. Well, I've just got back in my hotel room after the race. It's about 6 p.m. Stayed to watch some of the races after mine. Thought I'd do a bit of a debrief. I didn't film anything before just because it wasn't top of mind, to be honest. But not a great race, a weird race. So I ran 3:44. That's the headline, which obviously is terrible on paper, or terrible for my aspirations. My goal for the summer is to hopefully run about 10 seconds quicker than that. But it was a very slow race. I don't know if there was a miscommunication with the pacers or if just the scheduled pace was harder, given that it was very windy than they thought it was going to be. But I committed to my race plan, which was good, which what I'd written down and said to myself, and I think I maybe even said in the video, is just to go for it, in the sense that get out hard in a big field, find my way towards the front, and then if I'm the person that needs to initiate it, happy to get on the back of the pacers. And the idea was that I'd be sort of 154 type pace. I don't actually know what we went through in, but I think we were closer to 2 flat, honestly, maybe 158, 159. I was on the back of the pacers. That was all good. I was kind of itching to go around them at one point, actually. And I think that was because, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but if you go a lot slower than your 1500 pace, it feels comfortable. If you're quite close to it, it almost feels just as hard as actually trying to run your PB pace. So, yeah, I felt all right, though, to be fair. And I was confident that I was up near the front. I knew, obviously, I had loads of guys behind me ready to come after me. Pacer dropped out at about a K. And then on the home straight, the wind was just cooking me. And I was like, wow, this feels quite hard now, actually. This is really starting to bite. And then at the bell, when the sort of surge of people all sort of who were hyped up to try and close fast came around me, I literally just had no gears. It felt like I'd blown up, which at the time it felt like I was sort of drastically slowing down. But it turns out when I look at the splits, I actually just wasn't speeding up and it was just feeling harder. So I managed to maintain sort of, a 60 second, 61 second maybe, or even a 59 actually, last lap. So yeah, I just couldn't pick up when everyone else could. And the difference between, the podium being 3:39 and me being almost last in 3:44 is they could close in a 55 and I could only close in a 60, basically. So yeah, the seconds margin is really big, but how the race actually played out was actually quite small. So Sorry, I had to just take a breather there because I was fully waffling. But yeah, basically, for full transparency, this is the really difficult moment after a mediocre race. I'm not going to call it a bad race, I'm going to call it mediocre, because logical side of your brain, loads of positives to take. Attitude, perfect. Build up, perfect. Nutrition, bicarb, everything, perfect. Warm up, great. Out the gates really well. Found a good position. Mentality was brave enough to commit to the race plan. That's stuff I've not previously done. Sometimes I've struggled with stuff. Sometimes I've kind of run like, you know, a bit of a scared person and, you know, just sort of been like a deer in the headlights. But I actually committed to everything, which was really good. The negative side of things in your brain right now is the emotional side, which is like, oh, but it's only 3:44, it's terrible. Everyone on YouTube's going to think you're rubbish, or you got beaten by this person or that person. And it's really hard to like pick yourself up, and you think about the money you spend to come to these races and everything like that, and it's just kind of like, oh, you can't help but sort of feel down about it. I think this is the real hard bit that separates good athletes from great athletes. Is good athletes now will mope around sort of for 3 or 4 days and then be fine. Great athletes will be like, right, get it out of my brain, go and have a laugh downstairs, have a Coke or whatever, and then sort of be ready for the long run tomorrow with a fresh mindset. So I'm trying to be a great athlete, so I'm trying to have a great mindset to go with it. But yeah, just thought that might be useful to people, because I know a lot of people who watch the videos, sometimes you'll run great, sometimes you'll run a little bit crap. But positives to take from today: 1100 was good, 400 was bad. That was the difference between being on the podium and being nearly last. That's the way the game goes. On to the next one. My benchmark now is 3:44. My only goal now for the season is to next race go quicker than that. Quicker. No point in having these grand mega aspirations and thinking the next race has to be a home run. Just go quicker than 3:44 in the next race, and that will represent progress. So yeah, let's see.